guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. So for today's video, I'm really excited because this is one of those videos that are really affordable and we're testing it out to see if it's worth it. So I bought this makeup brush set. It came with a set of 18 brushes, so a full face and eye of brushes, which is really good. And it was on sale for $9 on Amazon when I bought it. This is what the brush set looks like. It looks like this. It's a pretty good, nice size box, and this is what it looks like inside when you get it. I wanted to try out these makeup brushes and test them out for you guys, and if they're really good, they blend out the makeup well, let you guys know so you guys could go get a set for yourself, because they're only like $9 right now, and I'll put a picture of what it looked like on Amazon exactly. But I'm really excited to try these out, and I hope you guys like this review of them. It's going to be the video today, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And without further ado, let's just jump right into it. I know I have a hair on my eye. I just feel like it. So I'm really excited to test out these makeup brushes. It comes with 6 face brushes, 12 eye brushes. So this is what it's supposed to come with. So this is what all the brushes are, and I love me some good face brushes. I mean, eyeshadow brushes are my favorite too. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do with each of these brushes is I'm actually gonna spray them off with this Ulta Beauty brush and sponge cleanser. This is supposed to be like, I do want to clean these brushes a little bit before I use them. We're going to start off with primer actually, and I don't need a brush for that. For today's primer, I'm just gonna use the e.l.f. Puff Puff primer. Makes your makeup last a while, and I really like that. So we're gonna use this to dip. Oh, it just squirted on me. Good. On our face. Now while we are letting that soak in, we have these 5 makeup brushes. And I'm gonna try and just, go with what I would normally use these types of brushes for. So I see there is an angled flat brush. We have a big fluffy brush. You can tell this will get really fluffy. More of a rounder, flat, dense brush. More a completely flat brush. Tapered, fluffy brush. And then we have this really different looking type of brush. Let's give these a try and see how they really blend out your makeup. First thoughts, they're very soft. As you can see, there are maybe like a couple hairs sticking. I don't know if you can see them, but if I pinch and grab some of them, they do pull out, just to let you know. But they are really, really soft, and they don't seem like they're just pulling out hair. It's just those individual ones. But they were $9, and we're gonna be like, oh my gosh, they need to be like the best ones, because they're not. But for the price, I think they're pretty good, and they feel really nice. So let's get into it. Let me stop talking. For foundation, I'm gonna use this Dream Urban Cover Maybelline foundation. I haven't used this foundation in a while, and it's very lightweight on my skin, so I wanted to try this one out. And I have it in the shade 120 Classic Ivory, if you did want to know. So I'm just going to put some on my face, and let's see how this flat brush blends it out. So far, I actually like blending it out really, really well. I don't really like to smudge my makeup like this. I kind of like to pat it in when I have a brush. So far, it's working pretty good, except I have my hair all over my face. So I really do prefer to use a beauty sponge, just because, oh my gosh, my eyes look so dark, you guys. I'm not like shocked, but I'm so embarrassed. Anyway, back to the brush. I normally like to blend out my foundation with a beauty sponge anyway. Just I feel like it sinks it into your skin a little bit more than a brush does. But so far, I don't know if you guys can see, it did do really, really nice. I don't see really major streaks in it at all. Of course, I can go and pat it in. I really like it, and it looks really good so far. So I'm really excited for that. So we're going to move on. I'm going to try and use this brush for my concealer and see what we get. For my concealer, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Incognito concealer. I love this concealer. This moves out my under eye so well. So let's get rid of these dark circles, definitely. And I'm in the shade, what is this? Light medium, if you needed to know. So let's blend it out with this brush first and see. Okay, it is kind of like difficult since it has that like angle in it. But I actually do kind of like the way it is blending it out. I actually do like it. I feel like you can get really up close underneath your eye, which is kind of difficult, you know, with a sponge sometimes. And this is working really well to get, you know, your nose crease. Something I always need to do is put some concealer on my nose. You guys, look how like kind of seamlessly that blended out my concealer. I actually really like this. I thought this would be a product I wouldn't use, but so far it's blending it out really well. It takes a little bit longer than my beauty sponge just because this is a lot smaller, and of course it would take a little bit longer, but it's getting in like all those creases that normally like my beauty sponge would be a little bit more difficult to get into. But I really like it, honestly. But guys, I love the way that blended out my concealer, like I really do, and I'm just shocked. So as I like love this brush so much. I think it's because it's so creative. I didn't think I would like it, and now I'm like shocked. But yeah, this is it, and I'm loving the face complexion. So now I'm gonna set my face with powder, and I recently got this Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. I have this in the loose powder, but I didn't have it in the pressed powder. I just like pressed powders really right now, so I was really excited to get this. But anyway, so I'm gonna use this tapered small brush, but it's still kind of fluffy. And I'm just gonna use this to set underneath my eyes. See how well it gets under there. Actually loving the outcome right now, guys. I feel like you can get really up close into those creases if you have a lot of creases underneath your eyes like I do. I crease very easily underneath my eyes, so I'm really excited. This gets like really up close. And then next, I'm gonna use this big fluffy brush right here to just powder the rest of my face. I'm gonna use the same powder. I'm just gonna go in here and just set everything with a little light layer. And this brush is so fluffy. I really like a fluffy brush when it comes to like setting my whole face, and I really like this. It's very movable, it's not stiff, and I don't like a stiff brush when I'm setting my makeup. So far for these two powder brushes, I really like it. I felt like it got my powder where I needed it to go. I felt like they were the perfect density for each thing I was using it for. Like this one was perfect for, you know, sitting underneath my eyes, really packing it on. And this one was good for just, you know, a loose set of your face. And I really like that. Those are the types of way I like to apply my powder. So I think they're very good if you need a more dense brush that's tapered and just a big fluffy brush. All right, next we're gonna move on to bronzer. And I actually found this bronzer way back in back. This is my Tarte bronzer. This is in the Park Ave Princess. I bought this so long ago. It looks like this. It has a little bit of shimmer in it. I don't know if you guys can see that. But, I mean, I was like, why not? Why not give it a try? Okay, so we have two brushes left. We have this angled brush and we have this more dense brush. I'm gonna use this more flat angled brush to do my contour and bronzer. So I'm gonna dip it into this bronzer right here, really pack it on, and just see how it applies. I do kind of like to pat my bronzer in and then kind of rub it around. And so far, it looks really good, guys. Like that looks very nice. This bronzer is very pigmented too, and it also has shimmer in it, which is probably why I never really used it. I'm not much of a shimmery bronzer person, so it's not my favorite right now, but the way the brush is applying it, I really like it. So that's A+ for me. It is really shimmery for me. I think this is too shimmery for me, but the way the brush is applying it is really nice. I feel like it has the right amount of density that you could pack on your bronzer, and then it's just the right amount of like movableness that you can like just brush it around, you know. This is a really nice brush. I really like it for this thing. So, you know, I don't know if you can see right here, we did have a loose hair falling out. And I kind of expect that. I don't feel like they're going to be perfect, obviously, but you know, for $9, if you are a beginner or just trying out or need some cheap brushes, you know, I feel like these would be really good. But now I'm actually going to go back into my tapered brush and clean up my bronzer because I felt like I just get a little too heavy-handed here. So I'm going to take my tapered brush and kind of make a line and kind of clean up this bronzer. Most of my sponges, and I think all of them that I use on a daily, do not have a sharp angle to them. They're all rounded almost in every single way. So I can never make a very precise line with them. So I feel like this is perfect for making these sharp lines. All right, for blush, I'm just gonna go into this little Tarte one. This is Party. I actually like this brush. This is another one that I've kept in the very back that I never really thought about. But I'm gonna use this more rounded, tapered brush right here. Just to, dang, it's very powdery. And just apply this to my cheeks. Hopefully it still has some color, and it does have some color because now I apply too much, and that's what I do. I love this brush too because I feel like I'm more of a, I like to pat in my blush, and I like how this is dense enough to be able to do that. You know what I mean? It's a very good packing brush, and I like to put blush just about everywhere. Honestly, that is all the brushes. You can go in with a big powder brush, and like me, if you did just too much, just go in and buff it all out. And this is the perfect brush because, you know, it's big and fluffy. It won't get hit a certain spot with too much product. It'll just kind of flow all the product around evenly, which I really, really like. Alrighty, this right here is my complexion with all the powders done. I really, really like the outcome. I think the brushes did amazing. I feel like they did exactly what all my other brushes have done, and I know my other brushes are a little bit more expensive. No, I'm not gonna set my face. We have a bunch of eye brushes to do. What am I talking about? Okay, so I am just gonna do this eyebrow brush. I'm gonna use my brow powder for this and just see how it applies, you know, see if the brush is precise with it. All right, my brows are done, and just for a little overview, just for a little overview, it is more of a little bit thicker of a brush, so if you need more of a small, precise brush, this probably isn't the best brush for you. You could use it for something else. But if you can just easily fill in your brows and you have a little bit thicker brows and you just need a little bit of filling in, I feel like this brush would be just perfect for you. All right, next we're gonna do some quick eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna use my e.l.f. palette for this. I'm gonna start off, I've already set my eyes, so I don't need to use a big powder brush, but obviously this doesn't have a really big powder brush like I do. It's more of just some small blending brushes, which is fine. You always use that, but I'm just gonna use some of these blending brushes for more of my transition and stuff, and I will give you my thoughts on these for blending brushes. So I'm just gonna go in with this really big fluffy brush right here and just dip into this really light brown. Just set that all over my crease. I'm gonna go in with this more tapered flat brush right here and go into this darker brown right here and just pack that more on the outer crease. See how good this packs on. And next I'm gonna go in with this other fluffy brush and just blend it out a little bit more because I didn't get really good with the other blending ones. So I'm just gonna blend this out. And next I'm just gonna go into this really deep brown right here and place that more into the outer portion of my eyelid. And I'm gonna go back in with that brush I blended with and just see if I can blend out these shadows together. All right, so far, I like the way they're blending out. All right, so now I'm going to just put a shimmer on my eye, and I'm gonna use this flat brush we have right here. Looks really good, so I'm really excited. And I'm first going to spray my brush, get it wet, and then I'm going to, oh man, I got out my arm. I'm probably gonna dip into this like more reddish down here. Let's get some dark colors in here and just apply this to my lid. All right, now that we have that, oh, it looks very weird to me. I don't know what it is, guys. I don't know. But I'm actually gonna go into this other flat brush. This is a very, very small, flat, tapered brush. And I'm gonna go into, let's see. I'm actually not gonna use this brush. I'm gonna use this brush for just a little highlight on my eye, and I'm going to use that really light color and just apply this to my, you know, brow bone to see how this applies. I'm also going to apply it on the inner corners of my eyes. I'm actually going to take that very tapered brush and sweep away this fog that I have actually, because it's getting everywhere. All right, now I'm going to actually go back in with that really dark brown right here and blend those two colors out. Next, I'm gonna take this very flat condensed brush right here and put some eyeshadow on the lower part of my eyes. And I'm actually gonna take this like orange color right here, you know, pop that on, give this a little pop of color. And it is really going on very, very sharp. And then I'm gonna go with this very small tapered brush and go into that same color and blend it out a little bit more. And I'm actually gonna blend it in with that brown too, just to give it more of a flowing effect into the other eyeshadow. All right, and there is our eyeshadow. And I'm actually not really impressed with this very sharp line. It just does not appeal to me in the way I want it to. So I'm actually gonna take this very small, like fluffy-ish brush and honestly take this and blend out this pink because it is really bothering me. So I'm just going to blend this out with this brush. This brush is working really well. I like how it's going very precise, so I can just get on just the corner of this eyeshadow. So I really like that. And it's not taking away any shadow, it's just blending it out. So I really like this small brush. All right guys, and we're at the end of the video, and this is the finished product of my makeup. So for an overall review, to the brushes, like I 10 out of 10 love the face brushes. I think there is something for just about everything. I think they, you know, did the job very, very well. They did all my eyeshadow and all my face makeup. I really, really liked it. Like I said, love the face brushes the best. The eyeshadow brushes are really, really good. They are more on the softer side, so it does take a little bit longer to blend out in my opinion. They're very, very soft, and you know that is the only thing. Not saying they're bad, they're just really soft, and I would honestly use them again, and I really like it. So I think this brush set is definitely worth the $10 or the $9 that I spent on it. Hopefully they're still on sale if you do see this and you want to get yourself a pair. If you want to get yourself a set of these, I really do recommend these brushes. And I'm so glad that I was able to test these out for you guys, because I love trying to find more affordable things that, you know, people can buy and not spend a buttload of money on. So I'm glad I was able to test these out and let you guys know that I feel like they are worth the $9. They probably won't last as long as, you know, more expensive brushes, but I mean, for $9 you're getting some, you know, pretty good quality for that much. So I really enjoyed doing this review, and I really enjoyed these brushes, so I do recommend these, and I hope you guys like this review. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.